Good Wednesday, the second job for the day. We went over to Blythe Island and had to cut a fairly large sweet gum tree. I'll be posting some pictures of that later. But we have found ourselves in Darien here, right outside the city limits of Darien. And I want you to look at this southern red oak. I have seen this thing and worked on it one time before, cutting out some dead limbs. And I fell in love with this thing when we first met. And now we're back to do some more lower limb reduction. Some stuff that's just way too close to the house. We're gonna cut that out. Clean my camera off. Yeah, we're gonna cut it. You see how it's just right up over the roof, so we're gonna cut that out. But healthy, this thing is beautiful. One thing that I noticed that I talked to the client about was, you can see in some areas that's mistletoe. There's a good bit of mistletoe up here. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but mistletoe. We're gonna be getting the mistletoe out. That will drain it of nutrients. And that's one thing we'll be doing while we're here. Try to borrow some time and just, some dead limbs in the crown. Not many. But this thing, obviously the mistletoe is not hurting it right now. It's not showing any signs of crown dieback or anything. It is healthy. But this is interesting. Look how massive, pushing up the side of the trailer. It's giant. Man, I'm in love with it. And I'm thankful we're able to work on it and try to save it. He definitely don't want it down. So I said, man, while we're here, we're gonna get the target limbs out over the house, and we're going to dead limb it and get that mistletoe out. Now, when you remove the mistletoe, whether you cut it off, it's so brittle that you can just clip it off with the pole pruner. But when you clip it off, if you let it go, it'll just sprout right back. The thing to do is clip it off at the stem, put some black electrical tape around it to blacken it out, and that'll kill it off. That'll keep it from coming back. A lot of people don't do that. They'll just remove it and then it'll come right back. So that's what you got to do, is black it out. That's what we'll be doing here. And another thing to be really mindful is, whenever you're cutting off substantial leaves like this, that's a pretty big limb. You want to make sure you don't cut it off flush, or it don't compartmentalize. Leave a little stub, identify the branch collar, and cut it off there. I'll have an after shot of it, but this thing's beautiful, yeah?
Yeah, pretty old as well.
It's a big one.
Decent health.
That's what we're doing. Stay tuned.